Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Celtics and Bruins video. That's why we're going to be talking about the Celtics and the Bruins. This is just terrible. And before I get into this video, it's very early in the season, especially for the Celtics, obviously, because Game 1 just happened. But I had to come on here because there is a lot of problems we have to address. Because if the Celtics themselves and the Bruins, because this affects both teams, if they don't address the problems now, then it's not going to be good for the rest of the season. Because it's got to be fixed. I mean, you can say Game 1, Game 3, Game whatever. You know, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm not really the fan to say that it's only Game 1. I don't believe in that. I mean, obviously it's Game 1, duh. But, you know, when you say it's only Game 1 and blah, 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 you just let it slide because whatever happens, you let it slide because it's Game 1. And there's nothing wrong with that. You can believe in that. I mean, I don't care what other fans think how games are played. But for me, there was a big problem for the Boston Celtics. Let's talk about the Celtics first. Big problems. Problems from last year that they didn't learn from, and they continue to do it. And it's worse because we have no Tatum until God knows when. And that kind of combination just results into a loss to a team that's not really good. And I'm not trying to hate on the 76ers. They might be good this year. But coming off a season from last year, they were 24-58, one of the worst teams in the Eastern Conference. They just got a guy who dropped 34 points on his NBA debut, so congratulations to him. And Tyrese Maxey dropped 40. Joel Embiid literally did nothing. This man was walking on the court, looking like a senior citizen playing on the court. It was all of that new guy and Maxey, mainly, for the Sixers, which got it done. The Celtics should have lost this game by 20. Matter of fact, the Celtics even outshot the Sixers 35-18 in the third quarter, but still lost the game because the fourth quarter is the devil to them, I guess. The Celtics continue to live and die from the three, even when it's not working. That is so frustrating. You know why? Because that's exactly why we did not go to the finals after we won it in 2024. That's why we got eliminated last year to the Knicks. One, because we blew the lead in the second half, which we did tonight from the third quarter from the start of the fourth quarter to the end of the game. We were up like 11, 12 points. And living and dying from the three throughout the game. It hasn't changed. And it's worse, like I said earlier, because there is no Tatum for who knows when. Joe Mazzulla, it just feels like he doesn't have... If the threes are not falling, there is no backup game plan for this team. They will continue to shoot it. No matter what happens. If it goes in, goes out, if it goes into the stands, they'll continue to shoot threes. And 90% of the time, it ends up in a loss that I can remember. Including tonight, to a team that, again, was god-awful last year. And again, maybe they'll take the NBA by surprise, and they'll be good this year. It's a great start for them. Maxey with 40, and that new guy with 34. I mean, last season is last season, but, I mean, we knew that this team was going to be different, players-wise. The Celtics players on the floor may be different, but the game plan on the court is not different. In a bad way. Because what they do and what they continue to do doesn't work. And they never change it. And now we play the Knicks in game 2. The Knicks, in my opinion, are probably going to kill us. Because they're a way better team than Philadelphia. They might have almost blew it to the Cavs, but the Cavs are also a way better team than Philadelphia. We play the Cavs next week, too. We also play the Rockets. And the Rockets almost beat the Thunder. The Celtics don't have an easy schedule to start the season. And the Celtics just did that to start it. That is a losing formula. You can say it's game 1, but don't be surprised if this team doesn't perform the way you want them to in the first 10 games of the season. When you're 10% through the season of 82 games. Because it starts with one. The Celtics will not change their game plan. Bookmark that. Why do you think we lost to the Knicks last year? It's exactly that. Blowing leads in the second half and taking too many threes and not stopping, even when they're never going in. At one point in this game, the Celtics missed 9 threes in a row. And what do? They continue to shoot the 3. Yes, it will go in eventually. And it might even go in a few times in a row. That will happen to every team. But you have to mix it up. They don't do that. That's what frustrates me. This is how we lose games. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who you play. These guys on all 32 teams are all professional athletes at the end of the day. And off topic on the threes for the Celtics, Tillman has a chance to tie the game with 20 seconds left to go in the game. He gets an easy 1-foot floater, nobody guarding him, and just falls short and almost elbows it. I mean, probably the easiest shot that you can ask for on an NBA court. He falls short and almost elbows it. It's literally a foot. Go watch it. I know the dude doesn't usually get too much playing minutes, but goddamn, you have to make that. It's the easiest shot. No one was there in front of him. He was literally a foot away from the hoop. And he falls short when the game's on the line? And matter of fact, even if the Celtics won that game, I'd still be concerned making a video because, again, we got to play the Knicks. We got to play the Sixers again next week. We got to play the Cavs. I think I already just said that. The Rockets. The Pistons. I mean, the Pistons could get interesting. The Pistons surprised everyone last year. The Celtics have to change something. They have to change the game plan. It can't continue to be like this. Because if it does, I don't want to sound dramatic, but if you want to be a playoff team, you've got to mix it up. The only reason why the Celtics made it to the playoffs last year, when they did this, shooting threes, blah, 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 2 reasons why that worked. 1, had Tatum on the floor, and there was a lot of team chemistry going on. We made most of the shots that we needed to win those multiple games and get to the playoffs. 2, we didn't blow as many leads as we did in that regular season last year to make the playoffs, to get the 2 seed, because we were the 2 seed that year in the Eastern Conference. Now without Tatum, and we're continuing to blow leads, we did it in the preseason. I should have done a video on this. I should have done a Celtics preseason video. I think I was going to do it. I think I just probably forgot. I should have made a video, and I was going to. Most likely forgot that the Celtics, even though it was preseason, I said this to all my friends, IRL, that are big Celtics fans like me. I told them, It might be preseason, but they're showing the same damn problems of why we lost in the second round to the Knicks last year. Here we are, game one. What happened? It's the same damn thing. And we lost to the Sixers. So what are you going to say now? You'll probably say, oh, it's only game one. Because that's the only excuse I can think of. Well, guess what? This is probably going to keep happening. Because when was the last time that anyone can remember the Celtics consistently, not just one game, consistently mixed it up and didn't live and die by the three and didn't blow leads for a consistent amount of time? Because I don't remember. It doesn't matter how many times it works for them. It doesn't matter how many times it doesn't work for them. It will continue to happen because there's no sign of it changing. So that's it about the Celtics. I hope the Celtics win against the Knicks for the second game of the season. But you got to change it up, man. Joe Mazzulla, something's got to change. Especially now that we are a completely different team. So, something's got to change, or else this is not going to be fun. It's just how it's going to go. Now the Bruins. The Bruins are a different story. The Bruins finished last place last year in their entire division. First time ever I've seen in my life. Horrendous. The Bruins actually started off great. 3-0. And now they're on a 5-game losing streak. But the thing is, I don't think the Bruins suck. Yet. Keyword yet, in full cap letters. The Bruins, they're on a 5-game losing streak. 4 out of the 5 have been decided by 1 goal. Just 1 goal. Now, there's no participation trophies. It's still a loss. You get no points. And that's the biggest issue. All of these 5 losses and the 4 1-goal loss games never got to overtime. And the worst one yet was last night against the Panthers. The Bruins were down the whole game. The Bruins came back. They tied it up 3-3 with a minute left of the last period. And somehow, some way, they let one in and they lose 4-3. They only had to hold them for a minute to at least get it to overtime. Couldn't do it. At this point, I might just start saying that this team is cursed. To at least get it to overtime. To at least get a point. You know, there's only one sport out there that you can lose at some point in the game and still get credit for it, which is getting a game to overtime. And yet, they can't do it. 4 out of the 5 by 1 goal. The only game we got blown out by was the Avalanche, 4-1. That's it. Everything else was by 1 goal. We even lost to Utah. Utah's a very young team. They're they're decent right now. Not the best, not the worst. But, Jesus, we can't buy a point. We can't. After winning the first 3. Do I stinking dare say that the Red Sox and Patriots, for now, as I'm recording this, are better than the Celtics and Bruins combined right now? Because that is something I would have never thought I'd have to say on this channel. It's never been like that. In how many years have I had this channel? It's a long time. And I think that's the first time I've ever said those words on this channel. Ever. That the Red Sox and Patriots are playing better than the Celtics and Bruins as of this point. Why? Red Sox finally made it to the playoffs. First time since 2021. The Patriots, holy cow, man. 4-game winning streak. They're 5-2. They do have an easy schedule. Don't get me wrong. But Drake May's looking great. Mike Vrabel coaching great. Everything looking good. And they're looking to make the playoffs for the first time in 2021 as well, like the Red Sox. And they might be competitive to actually win the division. Because the Bills, for some reason, I don't know what's going on with the Bills right now. But it helps us. So, never thought I'd have to say those words. But, you know, circle this date, October, what is it, the 21st? I think it's the 21st today. I don't even know. Whatever this video is out, whatever day it's out, mark that on your calendars, because that's the first time I've ever said that the Red Sox and Patriots are playing better than the Celtics and Bruins. That's never happened before. How long have I been doing videos on this channel? So, there you go. The Celtics, in general, the Celtics just don't have a plan B. I just don't see one. Because when something doesn't work, it doesn't change. Even if the Celtics came out with a win tonight, we struggled against the Sixers. End of story. Now we play the Knicks. And I know that you all agree that the Knicks are 50 times better than the 76ers. On paper, at least. Because I didn't know that NBA debut dude was going to drop 30 stinking 4 points. And Therese Maxey. I know Therese Maxey's good, but 40 points? Goddamn. I mean, credit to him and the 76ers. They came into TD Garden and got the job done. By 1 point, they should have won that game by 20, but a win is a win at the end of the day. The Celtics had a great third quarter and still couldn't get the job done in the second half. But I think that's going to do it for this video. Hopefully I don't have to make another negative Bruins and Celtics video for a long time, because because going into the Red Sox season, we all thought it was not going to be that good. Usually, in October, we're excited in Boston because these two teams are going to be playing. Now, it's falling apart. Hopefully it changes for both teams. Bruins, I don't know what they can do for themselves, because right now I just think they're stinking cursed by, I don't know. I have no idea. Celtics, they just need to have a plan B, which they don't have one, and I guess they don't care to have one. That's how I just sum up these two teams right now. So, thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everybody.